Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, the accused Poway synagogue shooter pleads guilty to all state charges. What comes next for him and how the 2019 shooting impacted the community. Plus,
my goal is to keep these weapons out of the hands of people who shouldn't get it.
The renewed efforts to close the loophole that allowed the gunman to get his hands on a weapon that day. And hundreds gather to celebrate the life and legacy of homeless advocate Father Joe Carroll.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
The accused gunman in the deadly synagogue shooting in Poway pleaded guilty today to all state charges. It's been more than 2 years since that shooting. We have complete team coverage, including what played out in the courtroom and how the shooting forever changed the community. We begin with ABC 10 News anchor Steve Atkinson live in Poway. Hi, Steve.
Kim, this is the place, the Chabad of Poway, where John Ernest changed so many lives of this congregation that day and this entire community, as you mentioned. It was April of 2019. It was the Sabbath service whenever Ernest just walked into the lobby and just started shooting with his weapon. He hit 4 people that day, killing Lori Kay, a 60-year-old beloved member of this synagogue, and wounded 3 others, including the rabbi here. Now, if you talk with people in Poway, they will tell you this doesn't happen here, but it did. And it shook this entire community. Let's begin our team coverage tonight with what happened in the courtroom today. Our ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell has more on that.
The victims' family members did not want to make any statements to the media this morning, but they were inside of the courtroom as John Ernest pled guilty to all of the charges he was facing.
And you intentionally and personally discharged that rifle multiple times. That you did so willfully, deliberately, and premeditatedly. Shoot and kill Lori Kay, and you did so because she was Jewish.
Charge by charge, the judge asked John Ernest if he committed the crimes he's accused of, in which he entered guilty pleas for each one. He sat with the mask on, not showing much emotion, simply answering the judge's questions. Ernest is accused of carrying out the shooting at the Chabad of Poway synagogue on the last day of Passover, killing 60-year-old Lori Gilbert Kay, who was shot twice, and also injuring 3 others, including the synagogue's rabbi. In June, Ernest entered a conditional plea agreement for the federal charges against him. The deputy district attorney handling this case says under the state's double jeopardy clause, this could have posed problems for the state's case against him.
John Ernest had signed a conditional plea offer in federal court, and we discussed that conditional plea with the victims of the Chabad shooting. It was important that he be held accountable in state court for his crimes, and that conditional plea could have interfered with our ability to prosecute him once that plea is entered in federal court.
Ernest will be officially sentenced on September 30th to the life in prison without the possibility of parole. We are told the members of the synagogue will be there and they may possibly be making statements. Reporting from downtown, Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
As we have mentioned from the beginning of this newscast, that shooting changed so many lives in this congregation, not just the congregation, but this entire community of Poway. Our 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco joins me now. She's covered this story many times since 2019 and has more on that horrific day.
You're right, Steve. There were 54 people inside the synagogue on that day. Obviously, all of them impacted in some way, but the family of Lori Gilbert Kay suffered a tremendous loss. As we said, she was a beloved member of this community, a wife and a mother, and her memory lives on well beyond Poway.
Haunting surveillance video captures the moments the former Cal State San Marcos student stormed into the Chabad of Poway armed with a rifle. Dozens of people, including children, were inside the synagogue celebrating the final day of Passover. Mayor Steve Voss says the community will never forget the horrific events of that day.
I really don't think there's any such thing as justice unless you could turn the clock back.
Lori Gilbert Kay was inside the lobby. She was killed when she jumped between the shooter and the rabbi. Rabbi Israel Goldstein was shot in both hands.
Our hearts are with Lori Kay's family now and always. We will never forget this. and we continue to stand with our Jewish brothers and sisters.
A little girl and her uncle were also wounded. John Ernest was chased out by congregants, drove a short distance away, then called police and told them his location. During the preliminary exam, prosecutors played that call where Ernest expressed his hatred for Jewish people.
So the Jewish people are destroying the white race. They have been for a long time and no one's doing anything about it. Something has to be done.
The mayor hopes the sentence sends a message.
That hate has no place, Poway or anywhere else, and if you undertake a hateful act, you're going to pay a heavy price.
No one from the synagogue wanted to comment on today's plea, but Lori Kay's best friend told me, quote, "I choose to live a life like my best friend Lori, concentrating on kindness and the good in mankind." John represents anti-Semitism and evil, and it is likely that we will probably hear from some family members when he is sentenced at the end of September.
Certainly we will. Rachel, thank you so much for your coverage here. As we have talked about, again, so many lives were changed that day. This shooting, people will tell you, could have been much worse if not for the help of innocent bystanders who stepped in and ran towards the danger instead of running away from it. So many of these individuals helped out that day. Back in 2019, ABC 10 News caught up with John Morales, one of those innocent bystanders who ran towards the danger. He recounted what happened.
So everything kind of went into slow motion, so I had to adjust my firing stance 2 times.
Morales, who is a Border Patrol agent, was off duty at the time. He was at the synagogue to celebrate Passover that day when the gunfire started erupting. Morales pulled out his gun, opened fire as Ernest fled the scene. He hit Ernest's vehicle multiple times that day. Morales was later honored at the White House for his bravery and later told us he wants everyone to honor Lori Kay, her memory, by taking efforts to help so many others in need. Such good advice there from a person who ran towards the danger. Ernest, okay, these were state charges. Ernest still now faces federal charges for the shooting that took place here in April of 2019. And back in May of 2019, a month later, a grand jury handed down more than 100 charges, including committing a hate crime and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. We're still now working to figure out what happens from this point on with that. All right, Kim, coming up at 4:30, we're going to be talking about the loophole that allowed John Ernest to purchase that weapon in this case. Our 10 News reporter John Horn has been on that story from day one. In fact, it was his coverage that brought attention that could bring about possible legislation. We'll talk about that at 4:30. See you then.
All right, a community is still healing there. Thank you, Steve. And San Diegans gathered to remember father homeless advocate Joe Carroll. Funeral services were held for him earlier today, and he was born in New York, but it was here in San Diego where he made a lasting impact. He created the largest organization in our city's history to help the homeless. And here's ABC 10 News anchor Vanessa Van Hefty with more on his legacy.
He was a man that needed no introduction.
He was a blessing to the community.
Funeral services for a San Diego icon at St. Rita's Church, where Father Joe Carroll's legacy all began. A massive overflow room was packed while thousands watched the live stream from home. His nephew, Patrick Carroll, says he lost his best friend.
If everyone could take a little bit of what he did for tons of people, thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, then the legacy should leave that this world would be a better place.
The eulogy delivered by Monsignor Terry Fleming, a seminary classmate of Father Joe's.
Nothing stopped Joe Carroll. He had such a determined spirit. So I ask you tonight, some during the day, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to drink a Diet Pepsi and say a prayer for Father Joe. That's what he wants.
Father Joe Carroll was the heart and soul of Father Joe's Villages, the largest service provider for the homeless in our city. Carroll's efforts received national notoriety. He had accolades by the dozens, from an honorary doctorate from San Diego State to being crowned Mr. San Diego. But for the thousands of people like LaToya Andrews, he was so much more. A literal lifesaver who got her family off the streets.
I wanted to come down here today to pay their respects because, like I said, Father Joe was a good person and he helped out everybody, every race. He didn't discriminate, and he was just a blessing for our community, and we need more Father Joes like him.
Vanessa Van Hefty, ABC 10 News.
So many of us feeling blessed to have known Father Joe Carroll. And we want to take a look back at the mark that Father Joe left. Born in 1941 in the Bronx, he moved to California in his early 20s. He attended USD and was ordained in 1974. In 1982, he was selected to run the St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop downtown. He turned a parking lot near the store into a homeless center and worked to acquire other properties around San Diego. He became known as the Hustler Priest, a title that he wore with pride as he built a powerful fundraising effort. And by the time he retired in 2011, the organization employed 500 people and had $40 million budget. In 2015, St. Vincent de Paul Village was renamed Father Joe's Villages, and we spoke to him in 2019 about his work and how he wanted to be remembered.
This was a crazy idea to do something for the homeless because it was not the issue it is today where everybody's covering it. Back then it was just an inconvenience of the town. And so I came along with an idea to do something, and the rest was history. Every day I get out of here, I shake hands with people that are success stories. And that's what makes me want to do more. Etching on my grave will be, he was a good priest, period. I don't want to remember for anything else.
Father Joe actually objected to the renaming of St. Vincent de Paul Village. He said that his work was about the mission and not about him. And you can learn more about Father Joe's legacy on our website, 10news.com.